Hello there my fellow holotable heroes and welcome to another Galactic challenge. Although today feels more like an RNG fest than a challenge itself. More about it later. As always, I'll first cover the modifiers and the feats for today's challenge, show you the fleets and some of the mechanics that I'll be utilizing to get max rewards here yet again. There'll be obviously YouTube chapters below as always, so you can skip through to the battle you're interested in if you don't want to go through the whole thing. Otherwise, let's just get started with a global modifier review. As always, with fleets, we've got two global modifiers. So the first one, the last stand. Yeah, so this is the one where basically the ship will gain damage immunity. That's the one you will notice the most. There's a bit of retribution going on and things like that, but yeah, mostly you will notice the damage immunity popping up every now and then just before ship is defeated for the first time. The next global modifier, Afterburners. Now this one itself, I don't know, I didn't really see it making a whole lot of difference, to be honest. Nothing worth mentioning here, I think. Then Steadfast Retribution, well, it helps with the Galactic Republic battle, right? Reflecting damage onto the enemy. But yeah, the Galactic Republic, they don't really need help. They're a pretty strong fleet anyways. And the Imperial Navy, there's the modifier for the Empire. Again, not really. They have some stacking offense there happening, but I don't know. I just don't see that it made a whole lot of difference in the battle as well. Now, feats themselves, again, they're not, apart from one, they're not too difficult. So you have to win with 3 Galactic Republic ships. They should be straightforward. You just send in, a full Negotiator fleet and knock this out quite easily. Win with at least one light side and one dark side surviving. You can just have, whatever dark side ship you want to have in reinforcement with your Negotiator lineup. But one that's an absolute RNG fast is Fleet Footed, where is win after evading 10 attacks. And for that one, I will be utilizing Raddus. So let's first actually get the easy battle out of the way, which is obviously the Galactic Republic one. So I'm just gonna bring in my Negotiator with a full Galactic Republic fleet, and then for reinforcement, just for fun, I brought in the Sith Fighter as the reinforcement. You don't even have to put it on the field, it doesn't really matter. You obviously want to start off with the mass assist here, started Valor spreading, so you can then fuel more turns to your Negotiator, get to your ultimate faster. Obviously the trickiest one here is TIE Bomber, because I think every third turn or something he's got AoE dispel ready, or sometimes it feels like almost every other turn. They're just so quick, this fleet, so definitely want to take it out first so it doesn't dispel your buffs. As you see, I've got Sith Bomber there, but I don't, Sith Fighter there, but you don't really need to bring it as a reinforcement. Shuttle there, put a taunt over on TIE Reaper, so just kind of being bounced between guys here. So it's quite a durable fleet on the enemy side. Obviously, TIE Shuttle has this ability to recover health and protection on ally. So does TIE Reaper. Then Chimera itself can heal up as well. They can bring in as the reinforcement Gauntlet that can recover some protection and things like that. So very durable fleet. But luckily, with all the Valor spreading, we're just running circles around these guys. Almost got TIE Reaper out of here. They're bringing in Gauntlet there for the cleanse, a little bit of protection up, finish off TIE Reaper, and now just a case of taking these two guys out. Now it may happen that Chimera will get to its ultimate at some point, but it doesn't really matter at this point. The battle is under control. Another mass attack here. You will notice that enemy pretty much resists any sort of debuffs unless the ones that are unresistible. So they've got extremely high tenacity, so without any tenacity down, I wouldn't really count on landing debuffs on that. And if you do, great. If not, it doesn't really matter. You're just gonna have to push through here. There we go, damage immunity popping on Gauntlet. Now luckily this damage immunity can be dispelled, so if you do have any ship that dispels, you can get around that in that way. But right now I do not have, the only one with a dispel I have is Ahsoka, but it's on cooldown. There we go, here comes the ultimate, the heal up. Vader all the way back to full health and protection. And got damage immunity on him. I'm gonna bring in our Rex just for some protection recovery. And then as well, we can keep feeding turn meter to Anarchy. He's still got Valor, so again that will in turn feed lots of turns to Negotiator. So there you go, just keep passing turns over to Anakin with Rex whenever you get a chance. There we go, mortar meter. Just keep pushing here. Mortar meter for Anakin, basic, another basic, and boom. Pretty straightforward with two, I'll be honest. If you do have Negotiator, knock these guys out with the Galactic Republic. No issues whatsoever. However, we do have now to take care of that fleet-footed feat where we have to evade at least 10 times. Now there may be multiple ways to do it, but probably if you don't have Executor, your best shot is trying something with Raddus, just because if you look at Raddus's abilities, you will see that there's a lot of foresight built in. So for example here, from this ability here, whenever resistance ally loses foresight, they gain evasion up. So you'll have either foresight or evasion up pretty much constantly on your resistance guys, allowing you obviously to evade those attacks. And then there is a whole deflector shield mechanic. So if you don't know what it is, deflector shield, whenever a resistance ally, they will gain they will get a turn with deflector shield on, they'll recover protection and as well gain foresight, again allowing you there to hopefully evade attacks. And then also on the other special, again you dispel buffs, debuffs on all the allies, you give them turn meter, recover protection, and then as well deflector shield again, which will give resistance allies foresight, and even its basic attack from Raddus, you will give foresight to the target allies. So lots of source here of foresight for your fleet. And obviously, as you probably know, with the whole resistance fleet, the way you get to your hold on maneuver is you have to use special abilities with your resistance ships whenever they have foresight on, and this will reduce the cooldowns of hold on maneuver. Then also Poe himself, he can grant himself as well foresight on his special ability Bolt from Blue. So another source of foresight he can grant himself. And then also if you bring in Millennium Falcon as a reinforcement, as well will apply foresight on all the allies. So there you go, more foresight there. So hopefully you will have plenty of chance to evade and as well reduce cooldowns of your hold on maneuver. I'm also bringing in here Ebon Hawk because when he comes in as a reinforcement, gives chaff to your allies, so you can't be then target locked. And he has another special ability that again reapplies chaff on your guys, while its second special ability dispels buffs from enemies, which is huge when you want to get around that damage immunity thing going. I'm also having here Sunfax Starfighter, just because enemy they have so high tenacity, landing any debuffs and control them is really hard. So at least when you bring it in as a reinforcement, you can stun the target enemy, which cannot be evaded or resisted. And then as well its special attack there, if you're targeting an enemy with a buff, again stun cannot be resisted. So there's the whole idea to a little bit keep these guys under control, because especially the Imperial TIE Fighter, Imperial TIE Bomber, it will keep dispelling buffs. So here really the TIE Bomber is the main problem here, because you have foresight, you have everything lined up, and then he just kind of evades. So anyway, there you go, we start off here a battle using special with the Poe to get foresight, roll up with Falcon, then let's push some turn meter back with X-Wing on TIE Reaper. And now when we do have foresight, you just want to spam special abilities, so you start working towards hold on maneuver, unload on AoE, not much of a hit there. There we go, keep pushing here. As the first reinforcement, I'm going to bring in here Sunfac, so targeting Emperor, so stun him, and then stun as well TIE Bomber. So as you will see here, to begin with, if the enemy does get target lockout, then TIE Bomber will be taunting. So in that case, you just want to retreat and go back in. You want to be able to stun here shuttle when you come out, target shuttle when you come out to Sunflag. Just something to point out. Here we can go clean up all this mess, get deflector shield, which will grant us foresight. Okay, here comes their AoE, and we just stuck here, just keep pushing. Okay, we have to get to hold a maneuver, and then hopefully we can clean up this battle. Keep spamming specials whenever you have foresight. Now here you can make a decision. If you are in trouble, you could bring in their Hans Falcon just to get foresight on your allies, but I was quite in good shape, so instead decided to bring in Ebon Hawk here for chaff, just so we can keep target locks under control there. And I was also very close already to hold a maneuver So just give it a go, see what works better as a second reinforcement for you, either Falcon or Ebon Hawk. It really depends on the RNG, how the battle plays out. Here we go, hold the maneuver, pulled off, and you know, you think like, oh, I've got these guys, but oh boy, they are very durable, very tanky. Both Shuttle and Reaper have ability to heal up their allies, so this by no means is a cakewalk from here on out. Then of course we have to deal with the whole damage immunity nonsense. These guys are very durable, very tanky. So you really want to take out TIE Bomber out. You don't want, you know, the TIE Bomber dispels Ori buffs again. Now I'm stuck behind TIE Reaper because Emperor Shuttle put a taunt on it. Luckily that went away. Okay, just going after Reaper now. Come on, give me chaff again, so no target locks. Let's just get offense up there so we can hopefully now Shuttle healing up TIE Reaper. Let's get that Retribution of Vader. There we go. Take Vader out. And now I just have to clean up these guys. Probably taking out Shuttle would be a priority because of the, you know, healing and taunts and everything, but he's hard to get to. So I have to go after Reaper now. Not looking too well here, but you know, at least we took out all the main damage dealers. With Vader, come on, there we go. Yeah, so I mean, you're gonna have to set aside probably about an hour for this RNG. I think I was playing for a couple of hours and I was able to get it done 3 times. Sometimes Ebon Hawk as their second reinforcement, sometimes Hans Falcon as a second reinforcement. It really depends how you're doing with hold on maneuver. If you're still far away from hold on maneuver on the second reinforcement, then definitely bring in Hans Falcon just to get more foresight and more chances to reduce cooldowns. But as you've seen in this run, I was in a good shape, so I decided to bring Ebon Hawk instead. So, you know, don't get discouraged. If you don't get it done in a couple of attempts, it's definitely an RNG fest. And you're going to have to spend probably anywhere between 30 minutes to 1 hour knocking this out. Now, good thing is you don't actually have to attempt tier 10 to get max rewards. Tier 9 will allow you to get max rewards as well. So, you know, just try to maybe go for tier 9. Maybe it will be a bit easier, but just for the video's purpose, I wanted to show you that it can be done at tier 10 as well if you choose to do so. Alright guys, hopefully this helped you out a little bit, showing you how I got max rewards in today's RNG fest on Jakku. I'll see you in the next one, but until then, have fun, enjoy your life, and may the RNG be with you, my friends.